Ugh. All this for one card. Nuzlocke is grueling. It is just grueling. All right, we are back with the Nuzlocke challenge. This is episode 2. I finished the color challenge. I'll put that video in here and we'll fast forward through that. So let's go through that real quick. Okay, so after all of that, which took almost an hour and a half to finally beat the color challenge, we ended up doing the Sparky bot challenge as well, because in the text and the words, it said something like, if you could beat me 3 times, then I'll feel like you're up for more challenges. So I'm like, okay, I guess we got to do that. So I did that. Rank still isn't available. As we go right here, ranked is still not available. We've done the Sparky thing, practice against AI. We did that already. We did all of the color challenge. And now it's only given us the option for starter deck duel. Win 3 games to continue mastering your spark. So we would have to do this as well. I went online to figure this out. In order to open ranked, which the old client, we had an option to click a button here on and off for all modes, all games, and all that stuff, but we don't have that anymore. So if we go to play, we go to events, this is all we get. There used to be a click where you'd click that and it would show everything, and you know, same with this. Apparently, you have to go into settings, options, go to account, which I didn't know, unlock play modes. Unlock play modes. Would you like to immediately unlock all play modes on this device? Okay. Why? Why? Banned standard cards. Here we go. Like, I don't understand. These are banned historic cards. Okay. We're going to do a podcast video on Oko. Be on the lookout for that. These are banned in historic. Banned explorer. March of the Machines, get started, and we are now on the regular arena client. Why that's not explained in the arena client, I have no idea. And why would you have to go to Google and forums to figure this out? I have no idea. But we're here now, because look, now we have options to rank. And it looks like we got a couple of other decks too. So, oh my Lanta, all right. Now we can finally play the game. Okay, so packs. We have 3 packs. Store, why is that glowing for this? We don't get anything. Okay, that's that. Okay. All right, so I'm going to bring up the rules again. Give me a second. For clarification, you can play Jump In, Starter Deck Duel, Midweek Magic, open packs you receive from Mastery and Mail. You cannot play drafts or paid constructed events buy packs from store, redeem codes, or redeem any wildcards. So, play drafts or paid construction events. I think Jump In is a paid constructed event, isn't it? Or it's kind of. So, but it says we can, so we can play Jump In. Can you use all codes for free packs in this challenge? I assume free packs, meaning like if you happen to get a code from a booster pack. Didn't think about that, leaning towards no for a harder experience, but it's up to you. Okay. So we can do Jump In. Let's look for Jump In. Because I don't even remember what Jump In is. Events. Here we go. Look at that. Look at all this stuff that opened up. Work. Jump into Middle Earth. Ah, there we go. So we can do this. So we have one Jump In token, so that's cool. Oh, we have 5 Jump In tokens? Oh, let's go. We can't do anything with this anyway, so this doesn't mean anything. We just have to earn all of our cards, basically. So, ready to start playing Lord of the Rings, Tales of Middle Earth Jump In. You can explore different strategies while playing and collecting cards from the new set. When you join the event, you will get to select 2 different half decks from a variety of themes. Combine, play as much as you want here. Use the cards to build new decks or other modes. There's yours to keep. Resign at any time if you wish to rejoin and pick new packets. You will have to pay the entry again, but you will keep all the cards. Okay. So we can essentially just... We'll click the Jump In. Let's do this. And we get to pick 2. What are we going to be wanting to play in Historic? Because that's... We've established that that's what we're playing. Let's do blue-black. Wait. Okay, packet 1. Oh. Let's go with mass then. Packet 2. If we get a win, we get that. So, what do we get? We got a Sauron's Ransom. Organ Revealed versus the Bruin. Saruman the white. Though he's a blue card. Gandalf. Nice. Target creature into its owner's library, second from the top. Mass Orcs. Rangers of Ithilien. In the battlefield, you can control up to 1 target creature with lesser power for as long as you control this. Then the ring tempts you. Okay. We got a lot of tempt and a mass. Kind of a blue-black control, which is dope. Right up my alley. Gorbog of Minas Morgul. When a goblin or orc you control this combination to a player, you may sacrifice it. When you do, choose one. Draw a card, create treasure. That's cool. Alright. Let's get in it. See how this goes. If we get a dub, we get a card, I guess, and then we could just re-pick more packs. So this will start building our Lord of the Rings collection. But as far as I know, we can't get... I don't think we could get Mythics in there. I don't think we can get the 1 ring, because we definitely want the 1 ring. We need 4 of those. So we can put into our deck. Sure, we'll just keep this. It's a 4-drop. I should probably read what this does. Choose an opponent. They look at the top 4 cards of your library and separate them into face down pile and face up pile. Put 1 pile into your hand, the other into your graveyard. I mean, that's really good. It's a mini Fact or Fiction at instant speed, and it tempts you, and it only costs 3. Wow. Put target creature into its owner's library, second from the top, and that was that. Whenever you attack with 1 or more goblins and or orcs, create a 2/1 colorless construct creature token with flying named Ballistic Boulder. It's tapped and attacking, sacked at the end of combat. Okay, so whenever you attack with 1, you get a 2/1. Okay. Tap target creature, scry 1, draw a card. Got it. We would have to, I would assume. Cool. Yeah, let's just resign. Crack a new pack. Take rallying. Captain. Let's just go in. I'd like to make a Gandalf deck, the white Gandalf. I think he's called Gandalf the White. Well, we mulligan this. What's up with his land base? I mean, we keep that. Oh, we get a free mully? Let's drop this in. I want to make a Gandalf deck with artifacts and flash and things like that, because I think that'd be really fun. But we got a long ways to go before we can create something like that for sure. Plane cycling, don't necessarily need that right now. Or a creature, so a 4-drop is our creature. Destroy target creature that blocked or was blocked by legendary. Okay. What is this again? X. Put a counter on target creature with power X. Activate only as a sorcery. Okay. That's fine. Yeah, we don't need a plane cycling. I'd rather keep that for late, mid-late game creature. I'm gonna put this out though. Enters the battlefield, created 2/2 white knight. And vigilance. Beginning of your end step. At the beginning of your end step, if a creature died under your control this turn, draw. Whenever the ring tempts you, if you choose a creature other than Faramir, field commander, as your ring bearer, create a 1/1. Okay. Alright. Do we have anything that tempts us? Not at the moment. Or target creature that blocked or was blocked by a legendary creature this turn. Giant creature is a spirit and can't attack or block. There's a battlefield token. Got it. Number of creatures you control attack a player. Target attacking creature without flying gains flying until end of turn. Okay, so we're gonna because beginning of your end step, if a creature died. Next turn we'll swing, triggering this, giving this flying, and this will trigger since they'll probably kill the 2/2 knight, and then we'll draw a card. Figuring that's how we want to play it. Draw 3, proliferate. Okay. 3, 4, 5, 6. We can do this too. Creature control and first strike until end of turn. That's really good. They're tapped out, which is good, so that's what we're going to play. We're going to play the Eagles. And just get in for some damages. It doesn't matter. Kind of hoping they would be able to block more, but I mean, straight face damage is good. So we're doing jump in so we can get more cards, so we can have and build a better deck for historic. Because if we're gonna drop into historic ranked, we gotta have some bombs ready to go. So it might be a couple of videos before we get to that point. I don't know why they double blocked right there, but we'll take it. And if you don't control legendary creature, put a card from your hand on the bottom library. Okay. Whenever you draw your second card each turn, create a soldier. Gotcha. Enters the battlefield. The ring tempts you. Whenever you draw your second card each turn, put a +1/+1 on this. Okay. Yeah, just go ahead and get tempted. Make this our ring bearer. Swinging for 6. Still have this. I don't have anything that's legendary though. Oh, duh. But I mean, it doesn't work for you cannot pass. Deals combat damage to a player, exile to one target creature you own, then return to the battlefield. Okay, so you just blink. Hey, blinking. So we got 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. We have 7 mana. So this can't attack or block. There's a spirit. We'll do that. Go ahead and do this. Swing out. Give this flying. Cool. So that's still 7 right there, so that's game. Sick. Alright. Let's see what card we get this time. Ooh, we got one for winning. Seize the Storm. Okay. Yep. Shadow Summoning. Great 2 tapped. 1/1 white spirit creature tokens were flying. And it's at sorcery speed. Alright. Let's go check our mastery, right? Current level we're at 4. So at 6, 8, and 10, is it every 2? Yeah, it's every 2 levels we will get a pack. Card will be at least uncommon. Sauron's. Tokens? Yeah. I'm not much of a red player. Ooh, we got a Sauron the Necromancer. So we're level 4. At level 6, we get another pack. Sure, we'll keep it. We have 2 drops. We have Frodo. Turn 1 Frodo. Enchantment. What'd you do again? Okay, it's that. It becomes a halfling, base power 2/3, lifelink. Alright, let's do this. Let's activate. Swinging for 2. Ah, I was hoping they'd block. I was like, yes, block, block, block. There we go. So they're gonna have to be really careful at this point. Do I just amass orcs? Yes, we'll do that. We do have Sauron the Necromancer here. When it attacks, exile target creature card from my graveyard. Create a tapped and attacking token that's a copy of that card, except it's a 3/3 Black Wraith with Menace. At the beginning of the next end step, exile that token unless Sauron is your ring bearer. So we can get back our Vanguard here. But we do need 1 more mana for that. We need to clear this board state so we can get this Frodo in. I don't want to level it and waste the turn unless I know I'm going to go in for the kill. Becomes a halfling rogue. Whenever this creature deals combat damage to a player, that player loses the game if the ring has tempted you 4 or more times this game. Ah, otherwise it tempts you. Okay. But it still has to do combat damage, right? Yeah. Let's go, foe. Okay. Enters the battlefield, and whenever an army you control attacks, amass. Well, I want to get rid of that. So let's just go ahead and do this. Okay. Put this out as a threat. Make some dudes. And then we'll pass. Because I can just sack this whenever. Oh, well, I have to do it on my turn, but still. Play Revenant. From Engraver to your hand. Enter the battlefield tab, sure. There it is. That be your next step. Unless Sarn is your ring bearer. Okay. No blocks. And create a food. Did you just put Sarn out? I think so. And we'll pass. Because if we swing to the 3-2, we can go ahead and just block with our 2 spirits. And then you sack it? That's ridiculous. I did get it back. Sweet. Sure, we'll do the same thing. I thought it said it sacked at the end of turn. Untap that creature, it gains haste at the end of turn if the spell was kicked. Ah, if it was kicked, then you sack it. Okay. Ring tempts you. I'm glad we got a Golem also, because I wouldn't mind making a historic deck with Golem Patient Plotter and see what we could do with it, because he seems like a really good card for an uncommon. I'll just swing a Golem only. Do we just get rid of our orc? No. We'll just wait. Yep. Sacrifice another creature, put a +1 counter on Stormclaw Rager, and draw a card. Activate only its sorcery. control attacks. Okay. Oh. Alright, I guess we got that dub. We get our card. So having a Sauron is really good. I like that. Let's see what we can make in Historic for that. I feel like the power level of these cards aren't there, but I mean, we're gonna have to make do with what we got, right? Resign, okay. How many more do we have? We have one more. And it's a battlefield. Describe one. If this is the second time. As a battlefield, create a food. Whenever you create a food, put plus one on target creature you control. Let's get Rosie. I was hoping to get the Saurons again, but we'll just take this one. I will mulligan that. Gain alive, Tranquil Cove. This seems like it's going to be a slow player. They're going to slow roll us. Yeah, our opponent is hugely slow rolling us. Sure. Enters the battlefield. You may sacrifice a token when you do. Exile target creature and opponent controls until sharp leaves the battlefield. Oh, I thought it was with ETBs. You just sack one, or you exile a creature. Create a food token when you do. Enter for each food creature. Play a Golem Patient Plotter. So this only triggers on our turn because at the beginning of our end step, if a creature died under my control, I get to draw a card. Whenever the ring tempts you, we have to wait until it tempts us. Okay. I don't want to swing into Golem and start triggering their tempting. Top pile will be face down. They'll probably take the Amass Orc because they have the enchantment. Yeah. Which is fine. I didn't want to see the Mouth of Sauron. Create a food token. Whenever you create a token, put a +1 counter on target creature you control other than Rosie. Enters the battlefield. Create a food token. When you do, target creature you control gets a +1 for each food. Okay. So we'll play Rosie first. We're going to swing with a 1/1 and Faramir because we want to draw a card. We'll get in for 2. They block Faramir. I will make it 3. Okay, sure. Then the ring tempts you. And they all gain vigilance, so that's really good. Sure. Homeboy's losing that, dude. Yep, that's fine. End the turn. Can't be blocked except by 3 or more creatures. Sure, it's a 6/5. When you do, okay. Sure. Let's just maximize mana value here. Gain some life. Okay, nothing. Got it. Swing in. Faramir's gonna die, but so is the troll. Oh, okay. Hmm. Sure. Wait. Should've just done that. That's fine. This turn we'll just play this, whether they're tapped or not. All right. Sacrifices it. Let's go. As long as it's your turn and you control an army, Ron, the Gatebreaker, is an artifact creature. Whenever your ring bird deals combat damage to the player, each opponent loses 3 life. Draw a card. Attacks, you may sacrifice food, whether you tap target creature and control. Discard. Decline. Decline. They still have Golem, but we do have reinforcements, so that's really good. There we go. About time. Well, at least they were quick to know they were about to lose that. So we play that entire long game so we can get one card. But on this account, I think it matters. We got a second one of those. We're getting the experience, which is good. We got Shadowfax, Lord of Horses. Okay. Resign. I think we have one left. Alright. Jumpstart. Or jump in. Adorn. Yeah, we're going to go with Adorn because I kind of have a crush on Goldberry here. So we're going to confirm pick. Amass. That gives us Sauron. Gandalf the White. Whenever you cast spell creatures with... Okay, no. Do we just take... I think we can go with Amass. Yeah. Hopefully this match will go quick. How sick would it be is if the card we win right here at the end would be a ring? Oh, that'd be so sick. Ain't never happening, but yeah, that'd be cool. Whenever you draw your second card each turn, put a +1 counter on top of a mechanic. When top of a mechanic dies, create a 1/1 top of a creature with flying. Sure, let's keep this. We're on blue, we just need one black source. Play the mechanic. So if they do have removal, they'll remove the mechanic and we'll get a Thopter out of it instead of Goldberry. Whenever Battlefield Goblin becomes blocked, deals 1 damage to each creature blocking it. Okay. No attacks. Enters the battlefield. Tap enchanted creature, then proliferate. Enchanted creature doesn't untap. Okay. Sacrifice another creature, artifact, draw a card. Draw 3, proliferate. Cool, we're getting our lands, that's good. Whenever you draw your second card each turn, put a +1/+1 counter on. Okay, so there's our counters. Hopefully, next turn... Hopefully next turn we could top deck a land, and then we can do this, because then that would put there, and then we'd proliferate and start getting our counters. Enters the battlefield, amass 2 orcs. When you do, until end of turn, gain control of target non-legendary creature an opponent controls power less than or equal to the amassed armies. Untap that creature, gains haste. It costs 3. Wow, this thing does a lot for 3. For 3 mana, that thing does a lot. Sure, we'll take 2. I'm not tripping. Oh, I was hoping for the land. Pass a turn. Proliferate. Yeah, we still want to wait until we get a counter so we can proliferate some more. Your opponent dies. Kills deals 1 damage to that creature's controller. Okay. That's Trampile. You control. Okay, couldn't remember. Oh, my Lanta. And then card from it. Player discards that card. It's either going to be Mortar Muster or... Let's go with this one. Okay. Man, one untapped land will just, like, put us so far ahead. Is it when she dies, too? Enters the battlefield, mill 3 cards. You may put non-creature, non-land card from the wood into here. If you don't, put a plus one counter on... Okay. Sure. Honestly, I misclicked. I was going to second guess that, but whatever. Still no lands. Let's go. Or one or more artifacts and creatures you control are put into the graveyard from the battlefield. Surveil 1. Enters the battlefield with 2 oil counters. This thing gets gross after a while. Reach out oil counter. Whenever another creature or artifact you control is put into the graveyard, put an oil counter on it. But this one's bad too. Ugh. Yeah, we'll get rid of that. And pass. Tell you what, we get a land. I mean, that just puts us so much further ahead. Yeah. Sure. Finally. Even though it's too late already, which is unfortunate. Like, we got mana screwed, and oh, we had everything set up to be really good too. When a government where you control just combat damage to a player. Okay. We'll stop that. Kill that. Not much else we can do. We die to the flyer. Well, we can mesmerizing dose. We're just so far behind on lands, that's what sucks. On the flyer. Proliferate. There's about 3 oil counters on it. Oh, I should have done that first. Oh well. Lifelink or indestructible until end of turn. Mass. Alright, so we're just gonna pass. Walk here. Walk here. Walk here. To this. Lifelink. Get a 3. Move counter. Not on the very permanent control. Okay, from gold onto another. Okay. Alright, let's see. From 2 target creatures of their owner's hands, scry 1, the ring tempts you. That's sorcery. That can't do anything there. We can get rid of a token. How many lands do we have? We have 7. Enters the battlefield. Target player mills 3 cards and amass X for X's number of instant sorcery cards in that player's graveyard. which is 0, so that wouldn't be good. Removing all counter from after gets a +1 +(-1) until end of turn. I think this is our best bet. Okay, we go here. One. What's that? It's a 3-drop. It's a 2-drop. One damage to each opponent. We already have one. We need something else that does more. Make this our ring bearer. Okay. No attacks. We can move a +1/+1 counter from Thopter Mechanic over to our Orc. We can't. We need this as a blocker. God, the top decks. Alright, we are just surviving. Well, let's do this. Oh, how many do I have in here? 1, 2, 3. Yeah, let's do me. Makes that a 7/7. Sick. No attacks. We're really on the ropes here. This Flamesmith might end up killing us if they get instant and sorceries. But from the graveyard, judging from the graveyard, they only have one. So the chances are pretty high to get another, apparently. That creature loses indestructible until end of turn. If that creature would die, exile it instead. Resolve that. Yep, we get hit in the face. Moving a counter isn't going to do anything. Oh, that's not good. We can't really swing in. I mean, we could swing in with this. Or should we just swing in with our flyer only? No, let's threat their big damage. So they have 3 turns. Well, 2 turns now. As long as they don't get another sorcery, for instant. Amass, amass, menace until end of turn. That's not good. Put up to 1 target instant sorcery card from your graveyard on top of my library. Amass 2. Okay, draw 3, proliferate, or return. I think it's this one. Because eventually creatures they control will get menace and a +1/+1, so we really have to be on the defensive here and hope they don't get a instant or sorcery. Cool. Hit that. Hit that. Exile all creature cards from target player's graveyard. You may cast spells from among those cards for as long as they remain exiled and mana of any type to spend them. Ooh. Well, we'll keep that on top. Let's make this our ring bearer. I'm just not confident. I have 1 life. I'm not confident enough to swing in. We need all the blockers we have. Which means they have an instant or sorcery in their hand. That sucks. Yep, there it goes. We'll keep this. Hopefully our opponent plays. Milled 3 lands. That sucks. I guess I could have blocked. I thought this was 1-3, my dude. That's fine. Cast non-creature spell, put an oil counter on this, try to get put a oil counter. Whenever you cast a non-creature spell. Okay. Get a flyer in there. Only has a sorcery. Yeah, let's get in there. Get rid of that dog if they want to block with it. Cool. Oh. I thought it was just like, oh man. Do I want to get the token or the treasure? Yeah. Take a treasure. Yeah, we lose this one too. Get no block. We have to be on the defensive, that's for sure. Glad we made that token. Keep that on top. Be a ring bearer. I'm hoping for the other card that taps a creature and it doesn't untap. And that's kind of what I'm hoping to find. No, that's game. Ugh. All this for one card. Nuzlocke is grueling. It is just grueling. Yeah, we're dead. This deck is just not good. Alright, so I think what we're gonna do is we're gonna stop right there. Next time we come in for episode 3 of the Nuzlocke, we're gonna crack these packs, see what we can build, and actually jump into ranked. We used all of our tokens to do all of our jump-ins. Yeah, we did all of our tokens that they gave us for free. There was 5 of them to get all of our jump-ins. We did all of the color challenges. We beat all the bot matches. We've done all of that. We figured out how to open up to ranked play, so we can do that now. So, yeah, next episode we're gonna go ahead and crack some packs, build a deck for historic, and jump right into ranked. So, that's gonna be it for today. That was Nuzlocke episode 2, and was it grueling? Yes. Maybe just because I'm a veteran Magic player, and this whole beginning new account was just daunting, taxing, and everything. I hated it. But now we get into the good stuff. So, thanks for tuning in. I appreciate it. Savage Planeswalker, and check out the podcast. Episode 2 is up. This coming weekend, we're gonna record episode 3, and yeah, we're gonna keep going from there. I'll get some regular games in again, so I'm doing regular matches. We're doing Nuzlocke challenge now. We have the podcast going, so I'm starting to crank out a bit more content, which is great. And I'd appreciate if you like, sub, and throw me a comment on what else you guys would like to see done with the channel and things. So I'd appreciate it. So, all right, y'all, catch you later. Peace.